All right, let's break this one down with a man who's seen this game from all levels, our NFL on CBS family. Adam Archuleta here to say what he saw in what was a weird game from a game flow standpoint. Coming out of this one, what's your headline really between these two teams?
Oh, man, there's so much meat on the bone you just gave me. The headline for me is, well, I'm still trying to process what happened, at the 2-minute warning with Brandon Staley going for it, on 4th and 1 with the Browns not having any timeouts. Outside of that whole sequence where we could probably spend about 10 minutes, it's both teams really battled. Both teams had some adversity. Both offenses responded. You saw the Browns. You knew they were going to come in and run the football with Chubb. They did that. But you also saw Jacoby Brissett, until that last play as good as he has all season, and really made some great throws in key and critical moments. On the other side, Justin Herbert, you're thinking, okay, 300-yard passing day, this guy's going to spread it around. No, it was at least the worst rushing offense in the NFL behind Austin Eckler, who just went off on that Cleveland Brown defense. So, those are the major points that stick out to me. Incredible football game. Let's go back to that decision-making moment here, because we live in this age of analytics where computer says one thing, football team really does another, and it on paper sometimes makes sense, but what did you make of the decision late? Did it put his team in the best position to succeed here on Sunday? I think it's fascinating because, there's different sites that you can look at in game where they analyze in real time the analytics and if it should be a go for it or a green light to go for it and kind of your chances. On that play, when I kind of looked down, it was a green light to go for it. I mean, that's what the numbers say. That's what the computer says. But my eye test and just maybe I'm not as brave. Maybe I'm not as aggressive. Maybe I don't belong in the modern NFL. I say you got a chance to punt the ball away to a football team that has to go, possibly 80 or more yards with no timeouts to kick a field goal. To me, I wouldn't have made that call. But again, I'm not a head coach in the National Football League, so. I'm sitting in the same camp as you, Adam. Call it old school football, call it anti-analytics, but you got to process the data and then make the right decision. I'm not sure that was the right one. Before we let you go here, 2-2 were the records coming into this one. One team obviously improves above 500, one falls beneath it. Give me your progress report of these two teams and what they look like projected forward. Well, let's start with the Browns. They were 2-2, and if you look at it from their standpoint, they had two games that they could say were winnable. They certainly should have beat the Jets outside of a couple coverage breakdowns late in that game. And you can say that they had a really good chance to win this game. They're driving, have a chance for a go-ahead field goal, and it doesn't work out. So your record is what your record is. But then for the Chargers, they come in at 2-2. They lost a tough game against a good Kansas City football team when they were in position to win. And then the next week you have Herbert, who didn't practice all week, had broken ribs, and got beat by the Jaguars. So the Chargers have seemed to be able to put it together in the last two games, and I see their trend line rising and getting better as the season goes on. I think it's going to be really tough for the Browns, even though they are a solid football team. Yeah, one of the better rushing attacks in the game, but analytics and passing is what gets it done these days, I guess. Adam, we appreciate you, as always, for stopping by.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.